Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and drawn behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now one in the first quarter. What do they do?
But great pass rushers usually have a go-to move. But the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
31 yards there and a first down. They went with a nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
On third down, they'll run it with McAllister. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. Touchdown. George Pickens. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. In the first drive, they were moving the ball okay. Then the interception. Now time to regroup after giving up the score.
Yeah, I noticed him on the sidelines talking with one of his coaches, and they were comparing the pictures, right? You get the photos, what the defense was doing. They were carving it up pretty well, as you noted. I think they focused a lot on, okay, what happened on the interception ball, seeking to avoid it in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brady now to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
They're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that Diaz had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A.J. Boye with a pick. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year. Let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On 2nd down and 4, Pickett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Steelers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Buccaneers have it. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And Brady's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
He's a fan favorite when he plays at home. Every time he makes a big-time play, you can hear him shout, "Muth," from the stands. Pittsburgh, they love him. A lot of comparisons to Heath Miller as a rookie, and he contributed 7 touchdown catches. Now he contributes to the first down with that grab.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now Pickett on 4th down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. He finds Pickens over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays and send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. J.J. Hart for the right side. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Brady. T.J. Watt. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now Austin. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Pickett sets up play action.
Here's Johnson with a reception. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Pickett back to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Logan Lyon.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 2nd and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
Just shy of the 30.
Off play action, Pickett. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. To the air on first down with Pickett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Bucs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady forced out to his left. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Brady. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Yeah, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And he's got room. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Pickett now on first down. Here's Freiermuth again. He's got room at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a give, running left is Harris. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Harris is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Touchdown! Derek Watt, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. Now Brady got to have this one. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown Steelers. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
27 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Brady. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs are back within a score. Extra point put through by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Pickett connecting with Freiermuth. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Pickett's throw here taken in by Boykin. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Right back to Chris Godwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Brady. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Brady's throw there complete to Allen.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Allen, the man in motion right. Again, it's Brady. Steps away to his left. Complete to Jones.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curb, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. When they rush.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game.
Like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read it, nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zone, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down. Tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party when I come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw 'em off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party when I come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I see it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party when I come to time. You can bring your mama,
like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade you, then upgraded the world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, wasn't instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, not no kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2, that's like 4-2, they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent do. Rent got them going, that's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the foot.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of foot.
New toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy. Off the top,
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of foot.
First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it? Treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did just happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is Stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing this 50s like hate it or love it, I just can't get enough. Labels from calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apologies, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the ghouls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gunso. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, other titles. You need to grow. I've been rushing hard, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the glory of my mom. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came primetime action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh, then the juke move. Heisman stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck.